Okay, let's talk about this more now with our chief legal analyst, Dan Abrams, our chief White House correspondent, Jon Karl. And let's begin, Dan, with this firing of James Comey, the implicit threat from President Trump there saying he might have tapes on Comey. You've got top law professors like Lawrence Tribe saying this is an impeachable offense, possible obstruction of justice.
Well, look, first let's talk about obstruction of justice. For obstruction of justice, you have to be able to demonstrate the person had the intent to obstruct justice. And to determine that, you need an investigation and ultimately people willing to prosecute. People forget impeachment is a political act. It's not a legal act. You need the political will to even really investigate this, much less prosecute it and potentially convict. We're not there. The bottom line is people will say, but wait a second, look at what's happened. Look at what's happened. And the response has got to be, you still need someone, even if you believe that it's improper, even if someone believes it's obstruction, you need to be able to prove it in some way, shape, or form. You need to be able to prove intent, and I don't think we're there.
Piece of evidence could be these tapes if they exist.
Well, that's right. But keep in mind, first of all, it's legal to tape in Washington, D.C. One-party consent in Washington. Florida, Mar-a-Lago might be a different story. Look, if these tapes exist, could that be possible evidence? Yeah. But I think we're ahead of ourselves here. I think there are people out there who are hoping that these tapes may be able to show something that we don't know that exists on those tapes at this point.
And Jon Karl, I was talking to the top Democrat on the Senate Intelligence Committee yesterday. Mark Warner says they want to see the tapes. Congress wants to see the tapes again if they exist. But talking to White House officials, I talked to one this week and who said, I don't even want to know whether they exist or not.
Well, I'll tell you, a number of people close to Donald Trump who speak with him frequently believe that their conversations are being recorded. But nobody here that I've spoken to really knows. Congress doesn't want to get to the bottom of this. But, George, we do know that Donald Trump in the past, in his Trump Tower days, did, at least from time to time, tape his conversations.
Yeah, the Wall Street Journal talking to 3 of his former executives this morning on that. Meanwhile, in the search for a new FBI director, the president says he wants to try to get this done before he leaves on that big foreign trip on Friday. We saw the people that have been interviewed with Pierre Thomas, but you said there's some speculation about names not on the list.
Yeah, and it's incredible. That's 11 people that Pierre Thomas went through that they're talking to. I believe it's quite possible it's somebody beyond the list. One intriguing possibility is the former FBI Director, Robert Mueller. He spent 12 years as FBI Director and would be pretty much a slam dunk for Senate confirmation.
Okay, Jon Karl, thanks very much. Dan Abrams, thank you.